Okay, today is December 1st, 2024, and I was inspired to do this video by a gentleman I found on YouTube. I was actually searching for hip replacements, and I came across Ultra Trail Steven, and he had just had his left hip replaced back, I believe, in September. So this is actually day 11 for me post surgery. I had my surgery back on November 20th. I actually stayed for the night after my surgery. So let me roll you back and fill you in on what happens prior to surgery. So 5 days prior to surgery, you have to wash with this antibacterial soap, take a shower, and that's it. And again, stop taking any type of vitamins and minerals and all that kind of stuff. It's okay if you have high blood pressure or some sort of an ulcer, whatever, to take some of those type of things. But if not, obviously your doctor will let you know what you can and cannot take up until the surgery day. But then on surgery day on the 20th, I got the shower, but no deodorant, no nothing, no lotions or anything like that for surgery. My surgery on that day was scheduled. What I was told the previous day on the 19th was to show up at the hospital between 10 and 10:30, and my surgery was scheduled for noontime. So we show up, I think we got there at about 11:20, 10:20. We waited downstairs after we checked in, and then they brought us up to the second floor where the waiting room was for the surgery. So when I checked in there, they gave me a toothbrush and had me go brush my teeth. And I guess from what I found out, that's for respiratory when you're having anesthesia. My wife was there with me for a period of time, but she had to leave because our daughter gets out of school early that day. It was happened to be a Wednesday. And from the hospital to the house, it's about a 40-minute drive. So they finally came and got me sometime between 12 and 12:15. And I was told my surgery wasn't until 1 o'clock. That's okay. Let me just stop there and back up a little bit and just a couple of things you need. Obviously, prior to having the surgery, you need a walker because you need to bring that with you. You also need a rise toilet seat. And they also said something about a shower seat or something like that. And they have this hip type of tools where you get, obviously, you need a grabber to reach things because once you get the hip replaced, there's no bending past that 90-degree for the first 6 weeks. So that's been a challenge, and I have to sleep on my back. But anyways, those are some of the things. Reacher, and they say to get one of those long shoe horns, but I have slip-on tennis shoes from Skechers, so I just use those, slip into that. I'm good to go. Oh yeah, got to wear some, they give them to you at the hospital, some of the compression socks. Got to wear those on both sides during the day, take them off at night. So those are the things. And if I have some links, I'll leave them in the description there of what you can get or whatnot. But definitely recommend. Now, I got the high-rise seat. It's adjustable. The only thing is I didn't get the open one. If you're a guy, you need to get the one that's open at the end so you can pee in the toilet instead of having to stand up and pee and then go back and do your pooping when you actually start to poop. Because sometimes with the medication they give you, oxycodone, which I was prescribed, it constipates you. Gross, but hey, it's part of the journey to recovery. So I finally got back into my waiting room to go into the surgery room. And I was on the end. It was a corner room. It was pretty big. I was in there, and then they gave me some wipes. I had to wipe down myself with the antibacterial wipes, put on the gown and the cap. And then they put an IV in, and then they gave me a Tylenol. They may have gave me a sedative. I'm thinking that's what they did because back a few years ago, I had my right shoulder. I had surgery on that. And I remember when I got anesthesia for that, when they put the mask on, they said, count to 10. And I think I got to 3 or 4 and I was out like a light. Don't remember anything after that. But here, I don't even remember them putting the mask on. It's like, all I know is when I was ready, they rolled me into the operating room. And on my right side, I saw a gentleman standing there. And in front of him was this big table with all these instruments. But he was geared up, and one of them looked like a spacesuit with the whole helmet, face shield, the whole enclosed helmet, the white suit and all that. And basically, that's the last thing I remember. I don't remember him putting on the mask for the anesthesia, nothing. Next thing you know, I woke up a couple hours later, and I was in the recovery room and feeling pretty good. It was just a little hard to move, but hey, what do you expect just having surgery? And I just waited down there until they had my room ready because I decided to spend the night. It was just easier that way, especially if I have 3 German Shepherds at home. Mm, and one of them likes to always come in between my legs. That'd be a little difficult, especially on a walker. So that's how the operation went as far as that. And then the next day, I think it was around about 3 o'clock or so, I was released. And after getting all the information that they give you after seeing the physical therapist, making sure you did some good things you can't do and can do. Again, no twisting my right foot inward, no crossing my right foot over my left, no passing that 90% threshold bending over. Can't do that. I have to sleep on my back, no sleeping on my sides. So that's pretty challenging because I usually sleep on my side. So sleeping on my back is definitely a challenge, but I've been managing. And as far as the medication, you have to take a stool softener, and they want me to take aspirin twice a day for the 6 weeks. And then they gave me oxycodone. It was 5 milligrams. I did that. It says take it every 4 to 6 hours. And I just recommend that once you get out of the hospital, just take your medication right away. If you have to, every 4 hours, you have to set an alarm clock. Do that. Stay on top of it. It's much easier that way. I was told that by my primary doctor. Even if it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up, take your medication, go back to bed if you need to. That's what I did. I think I had a 7-day supply, which was 42 pills. That was gone within the first 7 days because I took it every 4 hours, and then every 6 hours, I was taking a Tylenol with it as well, 1,000 milligrams. So, of course, this is during the Thanksgiving holiday. When I ran out, it was a little bit difficult for me to get more. And I think sometime around the 26th and 28th, I had some trouble because obviously the office was closed. And when I finally heard the recording to get after hours person, I had to explain the situation to them. I was finally able to get some more pain medication. So for a couple of days there, I think it was like a day and a half, maybe 2 days, I didn't have it. I just relied on the Tylenol. A little more painful than what I wanted to deal with, but I did. So once I got it, obviously I started taking, I think I did another 5 pills. And then I believe today's December 1st. I think this is like my second day that I've only taken the Tylenol, not taking anything for the pain anyways. It just depends on your pain tolerance. Some people, they have a little less tolerance, so they need to take it more. But I'll say as soon as you just feel a little discomfort and maybe a little soreness, kind of like after you worked out, because I'm doing my PT at home. I just have a PT therapist call me every couple of days, whatever, and talk, and they add more exercises to the app that I have, and I go from there. So it depends on how your insurance and doctors do theirs. They might want you to actually go to a physical location to get some physical training. And that's totally up to you. I do it at home. It seems pretty convenient. Seems to doing exercise is okay. There's sometimes a little discomfort, but I managed to go through. And that's it for December 1st, which again, I don't know if I said in the video, but this is basically day 11 post surgery for me. And I'll try to make this video for the first and second week post surgery recovery, and we'll go from there. Okay, today is December 3rd, 2024, and it is 2 weeks post surgery of replacing my right hip. And I actually went to the doctor today, saw the PA, and I have a little video I'm going to put on the end of this to show them removing my staples from my buttocks area. I felt pretty good. I actually, for the last couple of days, I have not been using any instrument to walk. I'm just walking on my own, and I didn't use a cane or a walker for the doctor's office. I just walk freely now. I concentrate on walking, make sure I don't lose my balance or anything like that. I'm not taking any pain medication. I take Tylenol once in a while, and maybe after I do physical therapy. But other than that, I'm pretty much drug free right now, which I really appreciate. Just taking all my vitamins and minerals and my medication I need to take prior to me having surgery, and everything's going well. I feel pretty good. I still walk with a slight limp, but everything seems to be moving along. I got a little bit of bad news today that I wanted to be able to roll at least on my left side, but they frowned upon that. So still laying on my back to sleep for the next 4 weeks till I go see the actual doctor, the surgeon that did the surgery. I go see her on the 31st of December. And that's when I'll actually get my first x-ray so we can look at it to see how everything's going. So basically, this is the first and second week post surgery. And if you're following along on my journey, make sure you subscribe, like, and share it with other people.